Hey, everybody, we are live. I am live, and this is exciting. It is a Thursday. It was going to be 9. It's 9:46. Why? Because I was in the meeting with some incredible people. Oh my goodness, the man who puts on the International Social Media Awards was in the meeting that I was in, and he's a spectacular fellow, can I tell you? And Eric from Easy Way is also amazing, and his dad's going to be on my show. You guys, I have met some people that are absolutely stellar, and I'm going to introduce you to some of them, and it's going to be amazing. So I apologize for being late, but oh my goodness, going to be so much worth it for you in the end. Also, these sparkles on my face, they're a lot. I don't know what's going on with that, but for some reason, they've chosen to be right in the middle of my screen. So there we go. Oh my goodness, it is Thursday. It's been an incredible day. Started off with a 7:30 a.m. meeting. Can I tell you that I don't think I've gone to a 7:30 a.m. meeting in, well, a very, very long time and many years. Also worth it. It was a chamber meeting, a chamber of commerce meeting. And can I tell you, nowhere in any other part of my life did I think that would be as exciting as it actually was. I met some incredible people. Today's just been the day of meeting people. Also, I've lost the mouse from my computer. I can control nothing right now because it's going back to my other computer. So, hey, there we go. And you're going to hear my son play Minecraft because we're real people that live in a real house and do real things. And that's what happens. So I don't want you to go out. I'm just letting everybody know if they're hearing clicking and random screaming, it's a good sound. It's not a bad sound, regardless of what it might sound like. That's just how it is. Also, did anyone else get their 2025 recap from YouTube? I did. And can I tell you, not what I really watched. So I don't know what's going on with that because I know they know what I watched. I don't know, so I just don't know what's up with that. It was weird, I thought. Tell me how it went for you. Did they give you the right recap? I mean, they showed me channels of things that I've watched like 3 times and then didn't really like, and then they said that that's what I mostly was weird, guys. And I know that the algorithm knows me much better than that. But anyway, okay. So, aha, I see myself live. There I am. So now I can see your chat. You've got to do the chat. Oh my God. Then I went to somebody else's live. Oh my goodness. I've got nieces and I love nieces and families. I love you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. It's so good to see you. Oh my goodness, nieces. There is snow in Ohio, everybody. This is your weather report for today. It's 80 in Florida where I am, and it is snowing where the nieces are. So, we have David Hardy is here, but it has a different number next to you that I've never noticed before, and that's really weird. So anyway, oh my gosh, you guys. So yeah, mornings, normally not my thing. And I've got to tell you, woke up happily at 6 a.m. to go see these people, and they were incredible. One person I got to meet, oh my gosh, and if I can get this picture up, I will get it up on here. Wayne Ivey. Wayne Ivey is our local sheriff. He is somewhat of a local celebrity as well. He does things a little bit differently than most sheriffs do. He is a phenomenal guy. And even though Voices of Justice is somewhat retired, we are going to bring him on the show because you're going to love him. He does the thing, the Wheel of Fugitive. He's amazing. He was there with the chief of police and a bunch of other people that were telling us the state of our safety, and it is very safe here. They've knocked crime down by 52% over the last, since they started, which I thought was exciting. Okay, nieces, we told me I watch channels that I only watch twice when we watch other people's more. Yeah, it was bizarre. The YouTube recap, we're back to the recap because I'm reading this. So if you're on another channel, like let's say Facebook, I don't think Facebook does this sort of thing, but YouTube gave me this thing, like as a viewer, not as my channel yet, although it will eventually tell me about my yearly recap, which I have to be honest was pretty nice. All right, I've got people texting me about things and I really shouldn't answer them, but I can't because my mouse is missing. I have told my computers not to let the mouse go back and forth, and they seem to have this life of their own because every time we do this upgrade, goodness gracious, with the upgrades, it resets it back to what it would like to be and not what I want it to be, and it's very frustrating. Anyway, so I'm texting, which I find totally rude. but being a person of a certain age. But apparently people younger than me don't think it's as rude. What are your show times? I have a meeting in LA tomorrow to lock down the venue, reschedule the Zooms. Now I'm just, what are your show times now? LOL. Okay. I'm telling, yeah, well, there we go. Okay, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes, there we go. That was fun. Okay, now I'm done texting and I'm back to you. We should have some sort of a, Dave should be in here and we could have like a now for this and he could come in and say something brilliant. Or my son could show you his Minecraft, or I could show you my bricks. Are you ready? I have bricks. I have bricks and I'm very excited about the bricks, by the way. They're very exciting. Do you know why? Because everything that I'm going to do has to do with these bricks. And if you can guess what they're for, you get points. We're going to have points that mean absolutely nothing except that you get to win them. And sometimes that's fun. Okay. Anyway, yes, these are the bricks. What are they and why are they here? I have many of them. And yesterday I threw them all over on purpose for a video. I'm going to tell you, very, very cathartic. And I liked it a lot. So anyway, in the chat, let's see. I don't see anyone commenting. As anyone can comment if you want to. I guess I could bring them back. It's very exciting. I love the bricks. So here's the deal. I'll tell you a secret. They're foam. They look real. They look very real, but they are foam because I can't cart around like 20 of these. Anyway, these bricks, do you know what they represent? I'll tell you, because no one, okay. They are negative things. They are negative things. They're all negative things. And you know what they are? They're the labels that other people give you. Like you're the funny one, or you're the smart one, or you're whatever, but maybe you don't want to be funny that day and they just want you to be funny. Has that ever happened to you where people are like, I hear you're funny, or you've done comedy. Tell me a joke. Sometimes I don't feel funny though. I have to be in the mood to be funny or ready to be funny or whatever. Sometimes I'm just not funny. But also people give you horrible labels like too loud. And what's funny is I've been given both the labels of these things. You ready? This. How is this a thing? I don't know. It depends on who you're talking to and what kind of mood you're in. Am I right? Anyway, we're going to start talking about labels. The labels that other people give to you, the kind of things that stick with you. And like for people like my nieces, who are younger, and my children and people their age, I think is going to be a fun conversation because we can tell you guys that you don't need to take the names that people give you and keep them. People my age, yeah, we kept them. And so these actually are sticking with me for a little while, and I'm going to illustrate it, not tonight. Tonight, I'm just kind of introducing them. But what we did was we took these things that other people told us, and then we tend to live our life based on what other people tell us we are, even if it's not what we want to be. And then the next thing you do, you wake up in your 40s or 50s or 70s and you say, holy crap, that's not the person I wanted to be. And so before you get like that, or for the people who are like that right now, it doesn't matter how old you are, guess what? We can peel all those off, all those icky labels or the bricks or whatever, get rid of them and decide who we're going to be. Because I know way too many people who have made choices to do the things that aren't what they want to do. Now, am I saying you should abandon your responsibility? And no, within the confines of what you need to be doing. I mean, let's be realistic here. But anyway, so this is what we're doing. Yeah, dramatic. Dramatic can be a good thing if you're an actor, but it can be a really negative thing if you're, somebody who has a lot of emotions and you just can't, whatever. Although, there are some people that need to tone it down. And so there's a confine of like, yeah, what are you going to do? Anyway, and then we have this one. It's funny. And I know this isn't an anti-men or woman thing, but it does tend to be that if certain groups are in a workplace and tell people what to do, they are leaders. And if other groups in a workplace tell people what to do, they're bossy, or other words that start with B's that are not bossy, that are not very nice either. And I think we need to get to the point where that's not the case. There is an incredible girl. Oh my gosh, Giovanna. Oh my gosh, what's her last name? She is the Confused Girl. She wrote the book, The Confused Girl. I interviewed her a very long time ago, and her interview is just going to come on the show. And she's amazing. She's late 30s. And there's this whole movement that I very much respect from younger women that are saying, we love everybody. It's not anti one thing or the other. We just want a voice. That's all. We just want a voice. And, when I interviewed her and I listened to her, I thought, lots of good points. Her and my older daughters. And yeah, and I think it's a conversation to have with men and women, right? I think for a long time, like the men had the conversation and then the women had the conversation. I think it's time for them all to have the conversation so we can legit start getting along. Anyway, so these are the kinds of things we're going to be talking about. It's not judges, and I love judges. However, am bringing a couple of judges on because I met them today in person. There was a woman judge and I met her and she was tickled pink to think about coming on the show. So we're going to bring some people on and we're going to talk about humanity with judges. I think this is something that is lacking in our culture specifically. I can't speak for the rest of the world. But we have this idea of judges and how they can't wait to lock people up and put them away and that's their job. And did you know that's really not their job? I mean, it is their job if someone has committed a crime and needs to get locked up. But really, there's so much more to being a judge, and they're humans. And I think some of that humanity gets lost in the robe. And I love being the person to share their humanity with you guys. So, yeah. So we're going to be doing that. Very excited because we do have a strong Indian following and I have got an Indian judge to bring on, which I have been searching for. And I met him today and he is going to come on and he is phenomenal. So we've got several people in the legal realm that are going to come on the show, talk to you. You're going to absolutely love them and it's going to be amazing. Parenting is oh my gosh, Mr. Who, you know what? This is something that Sheriff Ivy talked about today actually was the parenting, because you know what? You're right. I think with the advent of, it's funny when our older kids, so we have children that range from 14 to 36. It's a lot. It's a lot of a range. We have children that were born in 4 decades that span 3 generations. That's true. And when the older ones were younger, they could watch 1 hour of TV day or the equivalent of a movie if it was a movie day. And that was it. Now, they have to be on screens more because school and friends and everything is on screens, but the parents are on the screens. And to you, Mr. Who, that is, yeah, absolutely. Now I've got a message about, hold on just a second. Let's see. He can join me if he wants to, and I can still interview him later. Yes, I am voice texting somebody out in LA. Oh my gosh. So, there we go. So, okay. This meeting that I was on earlier with these people that are amazing. They're amazing. So this man, Eric, he has set up this whole network. It's kind of like a social network. And it started out for influencers and different kinds of things. And he's got all kinds of people in there from TV and movies and all this other stuff. And it's just amazing. And being in this meeting tonight was off the chain. It was off the chain and it was amazing. And I love it. And they're just, and I can't wait to introduce you to a lot of them. So, anyway, yeah. Oh my gosh, and his dad and I are going to be friends and I'm just very excited. And his dad might come on the show right now. I don't know. That would be amazing too. So anyway, I just had so many great things happen today and I'm so excited to tell you about all of them and all of the people's. Here's a problem. I have a really hard time remembering names. I know their faces. I know what they do. I know what's important. Somebody said to me once that if the person was really important to me, I would remember the name, but I can tell you right now, I don't. And it has nothing to do with them being important. It has to do with the fact that I have super bad ADD and HD, whatever. And apparently they've taken out ADD altogether and now it's only ADHD, which I really don't understand because I was never hyper, but attention. Although you might say I'm hyper right now, or only because I'm excited. I'm excited. You all, I am so excited. Because just today, I met about a dozen people that are going to come on the show and you are going to love them, and they are going to add value to your lives and entertain you, and it's going to be amazing, and I'm just thrilled to death for that, and just to be here to tell you about that. And also, I know they may seem silly. I do know that they may seem silly, but these things, guys, these things, very excited to talk to you about these and to bring these on and to do the whole thing. They actually go on a shirt. It's true. Well, it's a jacket. They go on a jacket to illustrate how heavy and awful these names are that we call each other, these labels that people give each other. And you might say, I hate labels. And that's true, but I guarantee you've labeled somebody within the last week, if not today. And it goes like this. You're in a classroom or you're at work or you're whatever, and you're like, oh, that guy that always wears the green jacket, right? Like the IT guy. Like everybody has some sort of a label. We do it. Now, some of them are harmless, like the green jacket guy, whatever, or the girl with red hair. Those are harmless labels. They're just facts. But when you think something is a fact about somebody that undermines who they are as a person or their identity or their self-esteem, that's where the line has to be drawn. And unfortunately, those are the labels that we tend to grab and stick on ourselves, kind of like these bricks, right? Like they stick to us. Yeah. Or the questions that people asked, like, who do you think you are? Oh, I don't know. I think that I'm just like somebody else who deserves something nice, right? But if you don't feel that good about yourself and something good happens and they're like, who do you think you are? Then for the rest of your life, you might think you don't deserve that thing. That's not okay. And, these are the kinds of things that I kind of dealt with as an earlier person. I'll send you both the link. It's for Restream. We may have a guest right now. I'm very excited about this. If I can send. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I'm going to do this, but I don't want to lose anybody because it's boring while I do this. So let's have a chat amongst yourselves. What are some names that people have called you or labels that they've given you? Like maybe it was a good label. Like maybe you were the guy that always wore the blue jacket, or you are the girl with the red hair, or the one who always wears a ponytail. You know those names, those labels that people give you, or maybe it was something else. I can tell you right now, this is gross. There was a guy in 7th grade. I won't tell you what his name was, but they called him Pickin' and Lickin'. I'll let you figure out why that was. But let me tell you what, that 7th grader should have never been picking his nose. But those labels, they stick with us. Now, if you're doing something like that, well, you're going to get that label. You know what I'm saying? There's people that have things that happen, though, that they really can't choose, and they still get these whatever. And so, yeah. So put in the chat, what are the things that people give you while I try to invite somebody to this thing? Holy goodness, I swear. My mouse is on that computer, and I'm working it from... Oh, there it is. It's here. It's like magical. It's like this magical thing, and I'm very excited about it. So really, if you've just stopped by, we're talking about the labels people give us. We're talking about bringing somebody onto the show that, honest to goodness, I've met in passing and said a sentence to, and yet he's going to come on because he's brilliant. His son is brilliant. And we were all on a call today. I don't know why I'm pushing FaceTime. I'm trying to push messages. And we're going to invite him to the show. So there we go. If it works, either of you can join me. There we go. There we are. Okay, so we've invited people to join us now here on this thing. Now, I'm on Restream, which is amazing. And I got to be honest, I would like Restream to sponsor me. This is what I would like, is for them to eventually sponsor me, because they've got an amazing software, and I have tried all the softwares. Can I tell you just about all of them except StreamYard? And for some reason, my YouTube channel cannot connect to StreamYard. And StreamYard is like, well, make sure you own the channel. Well, duh. No, I'm not trying to go on somebody else's channel, StreamYard. I'm trying to go on my own. I don't know what happened to you. You used to be the biggest person. So anyway, so we're on Restream, and a lot of YouTubers use OBS, which is great. And I think if you're under the age of 40 or maybe 50, OBS would be fantastic, but I'm not. And I don't want that hassle. I'm not going to lie. It just, I don't understand it. Also, it looks like software that I worked on when I was in high school. if you know what I mean. Like it's almost like the green and black screen kind of a thing. I don't know what's going on with that. I also don't know how I'll know if my guest has popped in. Apparently he's just going to pop in because I don't think I've had a guest on Restream. I can join, but my dad would need to be with me, I think. Dad, click the link. Oh, this is awesome. They're joining me. You guys, okay, I got to tell you, Eric and his dad. Oh, that's why that goes big, Dave. If you make the screen wide, the picture gets big. Okay, that's awesome. Let's see. And I have to fix this so that I can hear them because right now I have music playing on my other computer and they're not going to want to listen to that probably in their ears. So I'm going to need to make that turn off. Because what I did, much to the chagrin of my entire family, was made a 20-minute house party song that loops. And I'll be honest, I love it. They don't. Oh, speaking of music, if you are a creator in any form or fashion, I have released a single this week that is off the chain. It really is. I love it. I love it so much. I've released 2 other ones. They're not my favorite. I'm going to be honest with you, but okay, the Christmas one. It's very dark, very dark. Don't listen to it if you're a child. But anyway, you need to use Safari copy and paste using a Safari browser. Okay. I can copy and paste the link using a Safari browser. Why not? I can do it. Okay. Using a Safari browser. Oh, is he talking to his dad? Maybe. Because, okay, we'll see. Anyway. All right. So I'm looking here to see if they're coming. You're up there. So I got to look that way. But if I'm looking down, I'm just looking to see where my guests are. And then I can turn my speaker up so that I can hear. This is very exciting. So if you are a creator or you do anything, podcast, YouTube, or you want to, number one, the Creator Love Song. You can hear it anywhere, Apple, Spotify, whatever. That's my song. And I go by the Jen Hardy Music because there's other Jen Hardys. But if you are one of those people and you are looking for a network of people, the guy that's coming on the show, he's got the network. He is the guy. And it's pretty incredible. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. So anyway, copy and paste the link using a Safari browser. Is he talking to me? Are you talking to me, Eric? I'm very confused because I've copied it, but I'm in Chrome. I'm in Chrome. It works in Chrome. Let's see. This is fun. We can do this. See, he's got his own software and it works very well because he's got software designers that design it. And eventually, this is where we're going to be. We're going to have our own software designers designing our software because I've about had it with everyone else's software. Let me tell you what, if you've ever watched me try to start a live stream, except today was amazing because Restream, it always works. It has always worked. And do you know what the other great thing about Restream is? They're not sponsoring me. I'm just telling you, there's live chat here. So if I have a problem, I can ask a human and a human will answer. And I love humans. And if you don't know, from iPhone, it needs Safari. Chrome doesn't work. Laptop team. Okay. Got it. Okay. Right on. Eric's joining me in a few. He can tell you all about what he does, and it's amazing. So I met him. There was a thing called the OWL app. Well, there is a thing called the OWL app, and it's great. And my friend Jason, he is the founder of that because I love supporting people who start startups. Oh my goodness. Do you know how much fun it is to watch somebody start a company and like watch it grow? It's very cool. It's kind of like a child, except it grows much faster or stops, which is much sadder, or not much sadder than a child. You know what I mean? Anyway, and so on OWL, I met Eric on OWL, and Eric had his Easy Way thing, and it was really cool. And it was growing and it was good, but the level that it has grown to in just the last few months is off the chain, and I'm very excited for him. Very, very excited. So anyway, all right. So I have lost some of you. So we're going to bring this back. We're going to bring back. Oh my God, what if I put them here? Can you see them? You can't see me as well. When Eric comes, we're going to get rid of them. Anyway, so did we answer in the chat? What are some of those labels? I'm very, okay, my nieces have left and I'm very sad about that. Okay, you're going to let yourself out. Okay. Look, sleep time. My phone's telling me to go to sleep. Okay. Hey, we had some interesting people, which is very Very cool. All right. And I love that. So if you're just stopping by, where are you at in the world? I am very curious. I am in Florida. I will tell you, it was a balmy 80 degrees today, but I talked to some people from Wisconsin tonight, where my son lives, and apparently it was in the single digits, and they were outside, and I saw their breath, and I thought, I'm really glad that I don't live in that place. Some people like cold, some people don't. I just don't. I just am not a kind of a cold person. So, oh my gosh. So we got, now I've got the chat here that I can put up, which is awesome. So if you want to say something nice that is PG rated, I can put it up on the stream, which would be really cool. If you want to say something not nice or it's not PG rated, well, then I can't. So, yeah, we're going to play that game. You know why? Because this is a family company and our children help us edit. They don't do that though, do they? Sir, Derek Justice. Hey, what is that? You know what? Children. Anyway, so we got a Minecraft guy over there. Oh my gosh, my son does stop motion. If you guys like stop motion or you got kids that like stop motion, we've got a couple of channels because we have a little family network here. We've got a Minecraft channel and we've got a stop motion channel. Yes, right now the stop motion has one video on it, but there are 10 that are coming and they are all kid safe. So the Minecraft channel is at the bottom of my channel. I have like recommended channels. My husband has one, my kids have one. It's very cool. And it's always okay for you to watch with your family. We had one episode where I had a guest on that said all kinds of the things, and we just haven't shown that one publicly because we don't need to have all the things. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. So anyway, all right. So today, we'll go back to today because it was very exciting. So I am putting on an event. It is the kind of event that nobody has ever put on, which I don't understand. But hey, I don't mind being the first person. We're taking podcasters, YouTubers, influencers, traditional media, and the film industry and journalism, and we're bringing them all together. Why? Well, podcasting is going to video. YouTube, whatever. And the film industry and traditional media, well, they took a big hit at that writer's strike and they never really came back the way they used to be. And YouTube, thriving. Social media is thriving, right? So everybody's kind of merging. My guess is that in the next 5 or so years, there's going to be much less of a line. It's going to be much more blurry between all of the medias. So we're bringing everybody together on the island where I live at the Crown Plaza, no less, for an all-inclusive VIP incredible weekend where we can all have discussions and decide how this is going to move forward. Very excited. Very, very excited to have this happen. So if you're a creator, you should definitely check it out, waveofinfluence.com. And so today I was promoting that, started off at our local Chamber of Commerce, got to meet some incredible people at the Yacht Club of all places. It was very nice. I'm not going to lie. I had never been to the Yacht Club near us. And it was great. You know, they say that the people who have boats, there are 2 great days, and it is the day you buy your boat and the day you sell your boat. My parents used to have a boat that they rented for that reason. And, I just always thought, I don't want to own the boat. I would like to borrow a boat sometimes. We like to take out a boat, and then we like to give it back. But to those of you who are at the Yacht Club, more power to you. And you know what? If you are in the position to just have your people take care of the boat, that's the way to go. But I do not want to schlep a boat all over the place. That is just me. I don't know about you. And I don't have the peoples that are going to do that right now because, we have children. We have 7 of them. And we have those instead of hiring the peoples because children would be food. Y'all, how is food where you are? If you're not in the US, what are food prices like? I know my daughter's in Germany and her food prices are relatively decent compared to ours. Ours are a wee bit off the chain. I don't know. Yeah. But in Germany, I mean, they can go out and get like a decent bottle of wine. It's like the equivalent of like $3, which is incredible because I don't know about you, but if you found a bottle of wine for $3, which you can at Aldi, it may not be the best. I mean, you can't even get like a Boone's Farm for that at this point, to be quite honest. So there's that. And then real food is really crazy. I know at the Publix near us, I wanted to get just what was that? I was a package of something. It was peanuts in a container, like a bigger container, but not like a Costco sized container. They wanted $20 for that thing. $20 for a package of peanuts. That was like the equivalent of like a Pringle can and a half. And I'm just saying, how is the average person supposed to buy that? Right? Seriously. They had a chicken for $20, a watermelon for $10, and some peanuts for $20. And I'm like, I don't know, because that's not even a meal, really. And that was $50. So how are you supposed to do it? But then again, how do you fix it? This is not the channel to tell you that. This is just the channel to point out it's a mess, is what it is. And yeah, and so anyway, so oh my gosh, we have got, this is so exciting. You all. Okay, now I need to add you to the, he's here. Eric is here. Hey guys.
Jen, I made it.
You made it. All right, let me get this thing off of you here. So this is like, I've only used this software like twice, so it might take me just a second, but I'll get that right.
I kind of like it. Well, people say I'm a star.
You are a star. I tell you what, it is incredible. So do you want to, I'd rather let you introduce yourself and tell a little more, because you're going to say it much better than I would about what you do. I was telling everyone how incredible you are.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I mean, you just got off of our VIP pitch party, going on over 1,500 events and counting now. We've had about probably 1,000 celebrities and speakers and influencers and things like that on the stage. But what I'm a connector. I mean, ultimately in my heart, I'm a connector. I love seeing people's success and be happy, and just knowing that we could be a small piece, a small part of someone's impact and influence. But I'm the CEO and founder of Easy Way Network. I'm a Universal Peace Ambassador for 180 countries for the United Nations Universal Peace Federation. I am, well, technically supported by the United Nations and Universal Peace Federation, and I am a Chief Marketing Officer for the National Social Media Awards, Executive Producer for the Los Angeles NSMA, and the creator of the Easy Way family and the Easy Way app. And a lot of people are using it now. A lot of good people, good quality people. And I mean, we just recently got published as one of the top Zoom events for quality attendees. So we were like #1 for quality attendees. So that was kind of cool. But I mean, ultimately we give people visibility, and like, I mean, so like, who is Eric Zulley and who is Easy Way Network? Two different things. So like, Easy Way Network is a network, like hub, like ecosystem. Easy Way Promotions creates visibility and a lot of notoriety and stuff. Eric Zulley, I'm an actor, I'm a producer, I'm a speaker, I'm a talent, I'm a host. You know, I'm ultimately a influencer of the influencers. So I'm like a Elon Musk in a sense. I built a major platform to help a lot of people, and by the grace of God, people are using it now. They're starting to download the app, and the community is just really growing, and really excited to watch and see what God's doing with it.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. And I think, you know, I love connecting people too, even when there's not something in it for me, right? Just watching people connect. And that's, I think that's the beauty of why your platform is growing, because you do that, you know, you just enjoy connecting people. I've lost you for some reason. Your screen has gone black, but your name is still there.
No,
okay.
I was playing around, maybe.
Okay, no, that's fine. As long as you're there, we're all good. But I think, you know, that's the thing, is that a lot of people that are in this industry want everything for themselves, right? And they're all just in for themselves. And I mean, we all want a certain thing, right? We start businesses because, I mean, businesses make money. That's true. But I think the people that really succeed, well, some of them are the ones that really want more for everyone, right? You want something for everyone. You want something for yourself, but you want something for everyone too. And that comes through in what you're doing, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. What did Zig Ziglar say, or Joel Bauer, one of the big speakers? They said, like, you know, you give somebody what they want, you'll get what you want. You know, you give enough people what they want, you'll get really what you want, or something like that.
Oh, I haven't heard that. I'll have to look at it. Yeah.
But I think having a serving mentality and really creating an affiliate empire, and really having the heart to see your affiliates win is the secret, is the key.
Yeah, that's absolutely the key, I think. Because that's how I started off. I mean, I was just blogging 11 years ago in the creator sphere, and then I started volunteering because I wanted to meet people. And I thought, well, the best place to do that is if I volunteer in the VIP rooms and the places I want to be, and I met people there and I connected them, and I didn't have anything to get out of it. I just wanted to connect them. And so now the people that I was connecting, now that I'm in a position to do bigger things, I can call them and say, hey, you want to join me in these things? And oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
It is fun.
You know?
It's fun to know that you have the influence to create impact, and to know that one of the things I love doing, Jen, is when I meet people and they say that they can do this, they can do that, I say call them. I know so and so. Okay, call them up. Like call them right now. And they never do. And when I say, I know the co-founder of Entertainment Television, or people that deal with Mr. Beast or whatever, I can call them up right there and then. And I have no problem doing that. And I think that true influence and true impact is through media. Ultimately, I think it is through the media vehicle. And I think that do you have the ability to make a phone call to make something happen? Like, can you get somebody on a major magazine? And I mean major, I mean like a mainstream platform, because the smaller stuff is great, the medium stuff, but I'm talking about the major mainstream stuff. Those things cost money, plain and simple. It doesn't happen with money. But can you make it happen without having to pay money or do a barter trade of some sort? That's true influence. You know what I mean?
I do, because the event that I'm having, right? We didn't have a call for speakers. I just handpicked the people that I knew would bring value to our audience,
Mhm.
And so everyone's like, well, how do you get these people? But because they're people I know. That's how I got them,
Yeah, exactly.
And I know what they're going to bring, and it's nothing like what everyone else is doing. Because usually with creator things, it's how to, but the people that are coming know how to,
Yeah, you're
So
mentioning the people. Would you mind if I shared my screen? Because I know technology, and I think I figured it out here.
yeah, no, absolutely, share.
Thank you. I would love to show people the Wall of Fame, which we know we got to get you on there.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
definitely Wall of Fame material. So this is Omar Periu. He's a superstar, 34 best-selling author, and he's got a show on our network called The Zero to Wealth. And he's sold over 300 of the biggest fitness centers. And so we have a lot of high-level impactful people on our Wall of Fame. And I'll use Deb Drummond as for instance. She's the women's channel, and she has a big network, and this is a big award show that we do. And basically the people of influence, if you want to look at the A-listers, you have Lisa Nichols and her husband, and Les Brown's on here, and like a bunch of high profile people are on the Wall of Fame. And I think that your growth comes from this is actually the creator of Matrix and Terminator, believe it or not, my good friend Sophia. Mark Victor Hansen, Henry Tillman. They got a movie they're making around him on Netflix right now, starring Jamie Foxx, my boy Hawthorne James, Deb Drummond. There's Les. So all these amazing people are on the Wall of Fame. And I think it's really about like power of association, like this guy right here, DC Eastman. He's the biggest trader in the world. He's the number 2 trader in the world next to AI, because AI is the number 1. He's the number 2, and these super quality, amazing people just love the platform. This is an amazing platform we built. I mean, it's kind of like Google. You can click on it and you can see all the different other marketing tools, but all it takes is to be associated to people like yourself. Like I think that when you're on a stage, when you're on a podcast, one of the things I love coaching people on is how do you leverage, how do you repurpose, how do you resource to be able to get on 10 other stages off of one stage,
Yep.
And I just been collecting these amazing people. I mean, you probably know Shiraz. He does really huge events on Zoom, and this is the founder of the nonprofit television CFO of River Rock Films with CAA. He's one of Forbes top 100 CPAs, Van DiCioso, and Bai Ling, Bill Duke, if you remember him from Predator, and there's Jen Duplessis, Lady Jen Duplessis, and all these. I mean, that's we have Mark Victor Hansen, and we have his son. We have both.
That's so cool.
So like I say all that and I show that because it's you instantaneously get notoriety and visibility and credibility by being on the Wall of Fame with these superstars. And superstars love to deal with superstars, but believe it or not, they also love to help other people come up if they're the right people. Would you agree?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yes. Yes. Now, not the people that are fanboying that are crawling their way to the top, not like that. But no,
Yeah.
like the legitimate people that are doing great things, like the girl today, right? What happened to her in the call? Something like that,
Oh my
you know?
gosh. Yeah. You're talking about little
Yes.
Charlie Designs and her mom. So we had the one of my partners, the owner of the National Social Media Awards, were on Steven, and she was on and she pitched and she actually she designed these hats. Not this hat, but see if I have the other hat. Oh, that she does. Nope, I don't know where. Oh, there it is. She designed this hat. And basically she's a child prodigy. She's 10 years old, and so we're doing a reality show around her. She does designs at the level of what people would wear on the Oscars. She really does. She's an incredible dress designer and hats and shirts. And so, like, her dream is to you really get notoriety and get the right people wearing her stuff. And she wants to be an actress and she wants to be a host. So we gave her a show hosting the Teen X TV. And because she was on the VIP pitch party stage, I couldn't believe that happened. Steve was like, "Hey, yo, bring me on with Jamie," and live real time, you could literally see her light up like a firefly. Hey, I want to have you do the kids division for National Social Media Awards. I want to have you host the carpet. That's at the level of the Oscars for social media. It really is. They shut down city blocks in London there with BBC television and on and on. That's a big deal. So I literally watched my stage provide a true life-changing opportunity. That's why I do what I do, is those moments.
It was, yeah, that was phenomenal. It really was. And you could just feel it was palpable how excited everyone was for her. And that's the other thing, though, too, right? Is that
and the mom's face. You got to, did you see her mom, the mom's face when that happened? She was trying to hold her composure, but she was like, I love that.
Yeah. And I love that, everyone else was excited for her, because that's you're bringing together the people that want to work together to lift each other up. And because it is rough, and I have to say, like, the podcasting world, everyone's kind of together and they help each other, but there's not a lot of money in podcasting. And I think that the higher up you go, right? So with YouTube, it's a little bit rougher, but then in Hollywood, it's, because it's more, there's less, podcasting, anybody can podcast, but in Hollywood, not anybody can get on a show.
Correct.
So it is technically, typically a little more cutthroat, but not in your, I'm sure that there's whatever, but in your group, it just feels good. It does feel like family. It's really cool. So,
thank you. But I got to correct you on one thing. There is a lot of money. There's a lot of money in podcasting. There's a lot of money in broadcasting. There's a lot of money in media, a lot of money in content. You just got to know how to do it. You just got to know that world. And I come from, I learned from the co-founder of E! Entertainment Television, the former president of Sony Pictures, the vice president of Warner Brothers. I worked with Universal for a while on multiple different projects. I've been around how to, really monetize media from the best of the best.
So those kinds of podcasts, yes, absolutely. I would just like the average Joe podcast. You know what I mean?
So I was getting to that. So the average Joe podcast, when you're around the mainstream, you start learning and picking up the real tips and tricks and stuff. So I'll give your audience a little bit of a speaking session here, a little bit of gems. So there's product placement, there's licensing, there's pay to play, there's advertising, and then there's resourcing around the media platform. Those are the 5 ways that you monetize media. And really what it boils down to is content. If you get the right guest, and you repurpose that guest content, like me. I mean, I'm giving you some golden nuggets right now. You could take certain things I'm saying, and people will pay for those different pieces of each thing that's being said. So just those 4 things or 5 things I said on how you monetize media, you could chop those 4 things. People pay you $50 just to, it's all about how you repurpose it. And then if you're lucky enough to get advertising agencies and media buyers, and you really know what you're doing, like we do, we have a close to 2 billion something reach with the television and National Social Media Awards, because we have such a large reach and so many viewers with 80 something channels. they're coming to us and saying, hey, we'll pay you $7, we'll pay you $5 per 1,000 impressions because we see the amount of traffic that you're getting. But the hard part is you can't get that unless they come to you, in a sense. You can't
Right.
go find them.
No.
They have to find you. They have to look at the analytics. They have to, like the way it kind of works is Roku or Amazon, or they'll come to the agencies and say, yo, this channel is killing it. And they start coming to you. And that's one of the things we're doing is we're trying to simplify that and make that a little bit easier, no pun intended, on the podcasters and the media people, so we can help them monetize and help them feed their families and help them, provide jobs and things like that. We're trying to really do something unique in media and podcasting and streaming for a lot of people right now, being a new distribution platform called iVod Easy Way. You met Maureen Cooper, the lady that came on. She had the green moving background. She's the godmother of television. She started before Roku pretty much started. She has 200,000 hours of content. She deals with all the agencies, all the media buyers, and then me, I'm the king of well, some people say, I'm not calling myself this, but I'm the king of social media, right? I'm the influencers. So you have me and her combining forces. Then you have someone like On the Mark TV, and he's a walking billboard, right? So we all kind of come together, and it's like, wow, this is big distribution. This is big reach. Like we can do some stuff for people. And what we're doing is we're actually sharing in revenue. We're not doing what a lot of these platforms do that say, oh, we'll give you 50% or 20%, but they're actually not telling you the truth. They're actually they'll get $10, but they'll tell you they're getting $1. You know what I mean? They don't tell you the truth of what their money really is. We actually share the real actual revenue, and we want to see our people succeed because that's just going to build our distribution that much more. Our goal is 100 channels making $1 million a year.
Nice. That would be amazing. Yeah. And it's doable. I mean, the more your reach grows, it's absolutely doable.
And then you got the red carpets. I'm telling you, Jen, you've seen me on a virtual perspective. Wait until you meet me in person. I hope you can make it on the 14th.
It would be amazing.
The carpets that we do, and by the way, we do gold carpets. We don't do red carpets. Gold for God. We got this cool little angel movement, giving the city of angels back to the angels. We've gotten over 70 different organizations to change from red carpets to gold carpets. And the carpet vibe and the energy and the feel, because like you said, we're like a family. The media wants to help you because you're part of the Easy Way family, or you're a network, or you're an organization. A lot of times you come on a carpet, you don't get posted. You're just there, you get on a camera, whatever, you're waiting to see and you don't get out there. Anybody that hits a carpet that is an Easy Way related carpet or an Easy Way produced carpet, I guarantee you, because I will personally, if I have to, contact the media myself, it gets out there. Then we take that and we put it on Easy Way News and we circulate it and da-da-da-da-da. So people get real exposure, real social media followers, and then they go, wow, I like being a part of this Easy Way family thing. Wow, I want to come back to the next one. And that's 27 years of doing that. So my point being is, you've seen virtual. Wait until you come to the Easy Way Awards Golden Gala, or you come to any of our partnered events or any of our produced events. It is a whole nother ball game in person.
Oh, I can only imagine. And you had the grand opening of your facility too, right?
Yeah. So we did the Easy Way LA launch. It was actually the launch of our chapter, the Los Angeles chapter. We work with a lot of facilities. We're working with about 15 different facilities, studios, and locations, event centers in Los Angeles. But that particular event was a 30-foot gold carpet. We had about 30 cameras, Getty images, and we had a YouTube channel and Instagram that has like 4 million subscribers. Can't remember their name right now. We had Langer's Juice. The owner of Langer's Juice was there walking the carpet. It was amazing. And we had studio owners. We had the former president of Capitol Records. And everybody wanted to participate in this new giving the city of angels back to angels kind of movement, which was the real release of the gold carpet movement. And it was spectacular. And on top of that, guess what day we did it on? And I did this on purpose to prove that it's not about the day, it's about the community. I did it on Veterans Day. I did it on Veterans Day or Labor Day. I think it was Labor Day. The worst, I picked the hardest and worst day to do an event because
Yeah,
everybody's out of town, family, whatever. I picked the most challenging day and I killed it. I still had 400 people that showed up.
that's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that's a rough day.
And I shouldn't say
Memorial.
I should say the Easy Way family killed it because it was
Yeah.
a group effort for sure.
But still, yeah. Oh, that's
I love that
amazing.
cross on your neck too. I love
Thank you.
the
My husband got me that. Isn't that incredible?
that is
He
an
did that.
incredible cross. Yeah.
Thank
I love
you.
the angel wings on the cross. That's cool.
Right. Yeah, he found it. And yeah, I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, because I always, I don't know. I mean, some people wear them for, whatever reason, but yeah. To me it's important,
Of course.
you know?
To us, it's important. Yeah. I mean, Easy
So,
Way is not just a faith-based organization, but we're very faith-based. I've found that a lot of our members are preachers, ministers, pastors, bishops. Like I mean, I know God is behind this thing, working his magic like you wouldn't believe. And I mean, hence where we're at now. I mean, we're dealing with the biggest and best in the business, and the biggest and the best in the business want to deal with us.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't, because we met. It hasn't even been a year since I met you with the owl people, and
Mhm.
it's, I don't know. It feels like you're just leaps and bounds. Your growth is incredible, just in that time since I saw you last. So,
Uh,
yeah,
Thanks.
it's
Shout outs
very.
to Jason and Al. A great, amazing app. You want to hear a cool Al story?
What was that?
So I met Aiden and Jeremy McNally on Al, and Aiden is at the time he was a 16-year-old high school student in Florida, and his dad was a software engineer. So they reached out to me as a just an intern in a sense, reaching out to someone that is an expert in marketing, and I just took a liking to the kid. I really thought that it was really cool on how he was so hungry and ambitious. And they also do a nonprofit to help homeless in Florida. So they really do some amazing things. So I actually invited them to the Top Talent Hollywood event last year. And they just, I was actually just, kind of doing it, expecting they were going to, show up the year later. Like I didn't think that it was the day of the event. So it was about 6 hours prior to the event. And I told him what it was. And I say, hey, Lisa Nichols is speaking, Jeffrey Hazlett with C-Suite Network and myself. We were all the kind of top speakers on the thing. And I said, hey, you got to buy your ticket and you got to, get on the plane. And like, I highly doubt, I highly doubt you guys are going to make it this time, but we'll get you. No. We want to come. I'm like, you got 6 hours. You think you can be here in 6 hours? Yeah. We'll make it. Right. So they bought their ticket. They bought their ticket to the event. They bought their plane ticket. They showed up 5 minutes prior to me speaking. And they sat down, and I was on a panel, and I had a feeling it was them because it was a father and son that was walking in, and I was like, oh my God, they actually showed up, and that was dedication. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna really put some effort into these guys. Now today, they are Universal Peace Ambassadors. They are doctors. They have the father's a doctor. They have a doctor title because we work a lot of universities. They have 3 new businesses. They are making a lot more money doing, they're a lot better off. We are co-producing a show, the T-Next show. That's me and Jeremy. They are helping numerous nonprofits because I helped them turn into a nonprofit alliance because their company was called Relief Alliance. And they are getting so many requests. They're getting their logo on so many media walls right now and so many different press. They are killing it. And that was in less than a year. And I mean, I love telling that story. And that all came from an app that you pay a little bit. And then that's the other thing too, is Aiden originally paid money because I'm like $20 for 10 minutes on Al.
Yeah.
And they paid the money to call me, and that Al experience, that Al call, little did they know that was the call that was going to change their life.
Yeah, that's incredible. That is an incredible story. Yeah, I've actually talked to them because I'm here. I don't think they're that far from me, actually.
No,
And
I think, and that's the other thing too, is I made them the directors for the Easy Way Florida division. So they
That's awesome.
took over Easy Way Florida for me now. So like all this cool stuff that's happening in Florida, I don't even know about, and our Easy Way logos on it.
Well, well, I have to reach back to them because that I think that was just about to happen when I talked to the dad. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'll have to reach out and
Oh,
see
you
what's going
definitely
on.
should. Yeah, they're a power duo, and they're going to get more and more because one, they have a really pure, real heart, and I mean they just were with Forbes Riley the other day, you know, and they've just really flourished. They're getting a lot of they're powered by Easy Way, and they're being featured more and more. And now they got their own business, some media wealth strategy or something or other. I taught them the strategy of doing the interviews and using media to walk in the doorways and all that stuff. And they're interviewing some pretty big people. And I mean, they just recently did an event. It was a peace gala because I introduced them to the director for the Universal Peace Federation for Southern California. We also gave Josh and Jeremy the International Parents Day Award at the Pasadena City Hall. And so they met him at that event, and they took it upon themselves to be entrepreneurs and be ambitious and said, hey, can we give away Universal Peace Awards in Florida? I didn't even know about it. And so he called me, you know, the director called me up. He said, hey, they want to do this. And what do you think? And I said, yes, I think that would be a good idea. They're the right fit. Da, da, da. They did a spectacular event with dignitaries galore. It was packed in Florida. So like, I mean, now they're a big deal. You know, they're killing it. And they did it the easy way. I got to take a little bit of credit, like, brush my collar off a little bit, but I'm very proud of them. They did a lot on their own.
They did, and they had help with from the group, which is why you're doing it, right there.
Mhm.
That's why you're doing it. So that's incredible. Well, thank
So,
you so much. We're going to get going in
Jen,
just a minute.
let me ask you one question
Yeah,
before I go.
absolutely.
You made a statement. You said you're going to sign up. You're going to become a member. You know,
Yeah,
today on the stage. What
yeah.
was it? What was it that made you make that statement? What was it that made that turning point that made you want to go to become a paid member?
It was in one of the breakout rooms, and it's the guy who's like he's got the reach everywhere. I don't remember what his. I would. I can't. I'm really bad with names.
Was it a
Um,
TV channel or what was the reach?
he's like the older guy, and he had a printed shirt on. He came up with you a couple times, and he spoke.
You're talking about Mark Balin on the Mark TV?
That may be it.
Okay.
I think so. He has like a billion reach or something like that.
Yeah, that's Mark. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he was like, Jen, this is what's going to happen. You've got to sign up because you're and he just went through all the things. He's like, no, really, really, you have to do it. You absolutely have to do it. You have to do it. And I was like, okay, then I will absolutely do it. And I mean, yeah, but just from the call, I think just the call alone and listening to everybody and seeing who was there and, you know, I mean, I was supposed to go live at 9 o'clock and I didn't even leave the call till 9 o'clock. Nothing was ready. And I was happy to do that just to stay and be talking to the people who were there at the end of the call. So, and my time is so precious. I have so little time. And the fact that I just didn't care, everything else was going to wait. That's definitely worth signing up for. So, yeah.
I love it. Well, I can't wait to see the impact that we are going to do together. You're going to get your invite code, your affiliate link. You're going to get all, you know, all the fun tools, and everybody watching or listening right now, they're all invited to December 18th, which is the next VIP pitch party. They're going to all come under Jen, and they're all going to be very appreciative that they came. You know, and I'll tell you the National Social Media Awards thing is a blessing. You know, and I can't wait to
Yeah.
to see. I mean, and I mean, you saw the owner. I mean, it was 2 a.m. It was 2 a.m. He was still there with us, and I mean, you literally see lives get changed on the Zoom stage, and that's pretty awesome. But I appreciate. Let me just say, I appreciate you bringing me on your show. I always appreciate any type of media platform that we can spread our word in any way. Would it be okay if I tell people how to you know, learn more about us or follow us?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I can put something in the chat too, so that they actually have it. So yeah.
Thank you. So if you go to Instagram, just Easy Way Family, letter E, letter Z is a great way to kind of keep in touch with us. But ultimately, easywaynews.com, you can subscribe, and then you click on sites and you can go to all the other stuff. You'll see everything happening of what we do. And I'll tell you what, anybody that comes on and subscribes and lets us know that it's coming from Jen. So when you create your account on Easy Way Network and you use Jen's invite code, do you know what your invite code is? Jen, what's your username?
I don't actually. But I'll put it here. I'm going to put it in the description so they'll have it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I can look it up. But
Easywaynews.com. I'm putting it out in the chat right now. Oh, guys, there's chat, and you know what? Where did it go? What's it? Oh, there we go.
Easywaynews.com. Your invite, and you did actually a pretty decent job on your profile. It's actually you did a better job than most people do. Is that a YouTube award I see?
It is.
Oh,
yeah, I went
nice.
from 38 to 157,000 in a year and a half.
Congratulations. That's not easy to come by. I have a YouTube shirt. You know, I'll just give you a quick little story. I was one of the first original YouTube partners, Jen, when YouTube started.
Really?
Before Google bought it, I was one of the top 100 YouTube partners. What You Need TV. We have over 14 million viewers on that channel now. And that's really what started me, you know, the microphone, amazing. YouTube, keeping records of my content. And we just asked people questions. What can you teach us that we need to know to succeed our goals? And I hit every carpet, every event, everything I could think of. So it looks like your invite code is Jen. You actually got Jen as your invite code. That's incredible.
Oh, there we go. Okay, well, that makes it super easy.
Yeah. So if you guys go to easywaynetwork.com or you download our app, Easyway Interactive, or just really Easyway News, everything you'll find there. Just use Jen as the invite code when you create your account to come to the VIP pitch party. And and a better vision for children. Oh my God, I can't stop. I can't leave without that because my dad's going to be coming on. So to be continued. You got the Zulley Jr. The Zulley Senior will be following me. Better Vision for Children helps to do early prevention, detection, eye testing to stop to stop blindness early with kids and teens. And we've done it with almost 6,000 children, about 9 schools. And we need as much help as possible. So bvccharity.org. You'll learn more about that when my dad comes on. I'll give you your microphone back, Jen. Thank you so much for.
No, it's okay. I'm glad. We're launching our nonprofit at our event in the spring, and we're going to help children get hearing aids. So ours, they go together quite nicely. Always want to be a place where people can share their nonprofits and what they're doing. You know, putting out good in the world because the world needs more of that. So no, feel free and thank you again for joining me. This has been amazing, and. And thanks for tonight. It was just a great all the way around. So I look forward to talking more tomorrow and setting some things up.
Me too. I look forward to it too. All right. Thank you so much.
Awesome. And I love you guys. Thank you for joining us. You're amazing. And see you on Tuesday with, we'll